was born in LaGrange, Georgia. I have one brother who is 5 years older than me, so he's about 37 now, and he's married with children. And you know, we were raised with my mother. She took care of us, and we had a normal childhood, games, and played sports. I played just about every sport in Little League, and eventually just kind of settled on football in middle school and high school. I ran track, and I also videotaped for the basketball team. My big aspiration at that time was to go in telecommunications because, like, most men, I wanted to be on SportsCenter, and I wanted to, be a sports analyst and call games, and so that was my major. So I ended up graduating in 2004 with my bachelor's, and I eventually changed my major to political science, which was kind of fitting. I'm a bit of a history and trivia buff, so I like to watch shows like Jeopardy. And I graduated in 2004, and then I ended up staying to get my master's in urban and regional planning with a concentration in transportation, and I got that in 2006. After graduating, everybody's looking for a job, trying to figure out what am I going to do and how far am I willing to go to do it. Luckily, my wife, she was just my girlfriend then. She was able to get a job here in Montgomery at a Central Alabama regional planning agency, and they just happened to ask her, do you know of anybody who's into transportation, or you know of another planner? And so knowing me, she said, well, I know of one person. She was like, I think I can get him to send his resume, and I ended up speaking with them, and they ended up hiring both of us. Well, I went to Emerge's inaugural gathering, which was almost like a big kickoff party, which was held in February of 2008. And, they were asking everybody to sign in, so I did, and, they were asking for people to check boxes, so I checked it. And I didn't think anything else of it. And they did this big, introduction and explaining what Emerge was going to be. And then a couple of weeks later, I got a call, and they were basically saying that one of the boxes I checked had been, that was my #1 choice for a committee. So it's tell everyone that you need to watch what you're signing, watch what you're checking, because you never know where it's going to lead you. But luckily, this one led me to a great choice. I've had a great experience with Emerge, and I would highly recommend it to anyone that is a new professional to the area or a young professional that's just trying to, find something to do. I was in the very first Torchbearers Leadership class, and that class really just honed my skills and the way I view leadership, and, things that I thought about myself. I may have been wrong on some things, and it taught me a couple of things, and just really inspired me to be a better, not necessarily always be a leader, be the leader, but to be a leader in whatever you do. And it just really showed me exactly, how you really need to act in certain situations, and just really made me feel more of made me into a better professional.
Well, I was born in Toronto, Canada, and I have 2 wonderful brothers. I have a little brother, and I have an older brother, and I have a fantastic older sister who loves to tell me what I need to do. We all kind of live close together between Florida and Alabama. I was the biggest nerd in school. You're talking to one of the biggest nerds ever. So in regards to sports, I played softball and soccer, and just studied a lot. Was very attracted to the University of Florida, thought they had a wonderful program there for me, and did my bachelor's in health science there, my master's in public health, and I ended up working at the University of Florida for about 3 years as the director of research in the College of Pharmacy, and I thought it was a wonderful opportunity for me to start my career. And I then, after working there for a couple of years, decided to just take a step out of my comfort zone and move to Montgomery, Alabama, where there was a wonderful opportunity for me to work for the Baptist Health System. For the first few months after moving to Montgomery, I had really a handful of friends that I had made through my workplace, but I did not really have a network at all. And after being able to be a part of Emerge and the Torchbearers, I instantly had this wide variety of friends and leaders, friends who were leaders here in this community that I then was able to utilize moving forward. I've been in this community now for over 3 years and have a network of community leaders, young professionals who are my friends, who I'm able to call upon. So it's wonderful to have that network that I started about 3 years ago through the Torchbearers Leadership Program. Well, Emerge and its program through the Torchbearers Leadership class has really done a fantastic job at identifying key leaders, young professionals specifically, to not only position on the boards, various boards here in our community, but put into leadership roles in the community. And I think that that's something that we as Emerge are very proud of.
Not exactly sure what I was going to do, or if I was going to stay in Montgomery to work. Emerge was that place that I could, that really helped me set my feet down in more solid ground and in Montgomery.
We have opportunities for young professionals in Montgomery and in our surrounding cities that other communities just don't have. We are growing at a rate, and we are at the stage where we need the input of young professionals that other cities just don't.
Montgomery's big enough, but it still has that small city quality to where you can know everybody and not feel like you're out of place. It's just a great time to be in Montgomery.
I thank Emerge for giving me an instant network of wonderful young leaders here in our community.